All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll take a look at the BTC dominance, and at the same time, we'll take a look at the Ethereum dominance and what type of price action we could be looking for over the next like a few weeks and even like a few months going forward, right? So if you're new to our content, don't forget to hit the likes, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, join our public Telegram group, link in the description. You can also join the Discord public or premium group, link in the description and all that good stuff, right? So let me check if the sound is good because we got 20-second delay, and let me make sure if all the moon boys or the doom boys can hear, so we can take a look at the BTC dominance, because it is going to be very important. We've been talking about the BTC dominance over the last few months, back in especially back in September before the pump, and we talk about it like but late December, early January and all that good stuff, right? So let me know if the sound is good. So let's see. Okay, sound is good. Okay, so hey, thanks a lot for tuning in, Pablo S Crypto. So when we take a look at the BTC dominance, as we've been expecting over the last few weeks, okay, your indicators will never lie to you. The only thing that will lie to you is going to be greed and fear, but most of the time these indicators will not lie to you. Okay, they're not perfect, right? But if you're patient with them, right, they're going to direct you, they're going to give you the right direction. So we've been pretty much spot on regarding the BTC dominance. If we take a look at our MACD, a beautiful pattern right here, price action making what, lower lows, right there, and our MACD making what, higher lows. What is it? A bullish pattern, right? So we're back above our 21 EMA right here. If we take a look at our RSI, beautiful what setup, lower higher lows right there, right? And basically price action is dipping and all that good stuff. So the double top double bottom we created right here actually ended up looking like a wedge pattern, right? It is not yet clear if it is just going to be a nice A B C D E, right? You could look at it 1 2 3 4 5 right here. It could even retest the bottom right there, depending on the volatility. If we're going to retest the bottom, it means like alt will get a short-term pump, just like what happened between October, right, till January. Okay, and between October and January, only the metaverse actually pumped, right? Remember, this pump right here wasn't like a full alt season. Okay, like you got Gala, Sandbox, and Sand, yeah, few alt, okay, few metaverse, okay, CHR, I think CHR also pump, BAT also pump during this short-term pullback. So if the BTC dominance is going to get rejected right here, possibly, I'm not saying it will, because everything is looking very strong right now in terms of indicators. We could get another alt season, but it might be very selective, okay, meaning like let's say the Oracle might be pumping like Chainlink, okay, and other coins, right? So it could be the interoperability coins, okay, like ICX and all that good stuff, okay. They could be pumping like a router, they could be pumping, I don't know, I'm just speculating, okay. If and only if BTC is going to get rejected and we're going to be retesting the 38, that's possible. But as of now, it is hard to say if BTC will basically lose control, because alt don't look that great against BTC. Most alt BTC pairs, right? Most alt BTC pairs, they're looking very weak and could actually dump like more than 20%. Okay, something to basically keep in mind going forward. Okay, so if we take a look at the BTC dominance in terms of like a price history, we know exactly what's been going on. Okay, we know our trend line right here started since like August 2017 right here, been a very strong support range. Okay, retested it, retested it first back in July, August 2017, retested it right here, September 2018, March 2019. We all know what happened back in March 2019, right? That's when what BTC broke out, right, from like a 3500 all the way up to you know 14k and all that good stuff. Okay, it actually cooled off like in June, like the BTC USD price peaked like a late June 2019. However, take a look at the BTC dominance. It didn't care. It pumped still all the way up to 70%. So as you can see right here, the BTC price action, you know, peaked right around like right here, actually April, but it's still dumb. Okay, so sometimes just because the BTC dominance is going up doesn't mean like we in a bull market or we in a bear market. It is hard to tell because the entire range between April till basically September 2019, the BTC dominance was going up. However, the BTC price action was actually dumping after June 2019. Okay, so something to basically keep in mind. Right there we said that was the top. Right here we broke out to the bottom, broke out to the downside. We said it is time for alt season. Okay, and most of these alt, they actually started doing very well after we broke out to the downside. Actually most alt like FTM or EN, all of them, they started pumping like November 2020 when the BTC dominance was even going up. Okay, but those alt were anticipating what? This pump. Okay, meaning like this dump in terms of BTC dominance, they were anticipating it, pretty much like, let's say 4 months ahead, right? Because these guys started pumping like November 2020, and we dumped right here April 2021. Okay, so you can see like sometimes how market is very, very tricky. Okay, so got to pay attention to these dates because they pretty important. Okay, so resistance. Okay, we can't talk about the BTC dominance without talking about resistance, right? So the immediate resistance we could say could hold could be like 44%. However, if we basically want to look for a triple top, we could say like 48, right? 47 to a 48 range. Okay, the wick to the upside right here was right around like 48.9. Okay, but we will see if the BTC dominance will get some sort of rejection at 44, right? 44.5, give or take, because it moves very, very slow, and those 0.5%, right? They basically make a big difference. Okay, a 0.5% on the BTC dominance makes a big difference. Okay, so let's see if we're going to get. I'm not going to bet on it, right? I'm just going to let it do the work and basically stay with the trend. If it gets rejected, we will know, because some of these alt, they will stay bullish, right? You don't know which one exactly, but some of them, if we're going to retest the lows right here. Okay, so now if the BTC dominance is going to be breaking out higher, how will it affect the Ether dominance, right? If we take a look at the Ethereum dominance, as we said, we were expecting what? Remember when the Ether dominance was like 17%, right? We talked about the BTC dominance back in October, right? Let's go back to the BTC dominance right here. What I said right here, October, we said we're going to be retesting what? 40%, right? The BTC dominance was right around like 47.5, 48, right? If we take a look at Ether, back then in my premium, the first week of October, what I said was like Ether going to be pushing all the way up to 23 to 24%. Exactly, in my premium, right? So, and that's exactly what we got right here. We pump all the way up to 23, 22.5, give or take. And after that, I was like, okay, we're going to be dumping down to a 16.5, 14.5. Okay, so Ether, it is playing out beautifully in terms of like a directional move. We anticipated the direction right here, right? And we anticipated the direction to the downside, and it could still drop lower as we could retest the trend line support right here. Okay, where we could be looking for. Remember, if the Ether dominance finds support, it means like Ethereum will push to the upside. Okay, that's the only way to look at the Ethereum dominance. That's why it is important to pay attention to it. You don't want to pay attention to it like on a daily basis, but in terms of like directional move, right? You want to pay attention to it. Like the move we had back in October till basically December, right? Remember, we were bearish on Ether the second week of December. What we said, Ether will dump from 4,100, 4,200, right, all the way down to possibly to the weekly 100 EMA, right? So if we take a look at Ether, let's take a look at Ether right here. So I know it sounds very confusing, but sometimes you you just don't take a look at the chart, right, and say, oh, we're going to pump, because you got to pay attention to other details, right, to help you basically make a rational decision. Okay, so the reason why we basically been so accurate with BTC and Ether was like we paying attention to the BTC dominance and we paying attention to the Ether dominance, right? So if you take a look at Ether right here, what we said, I said it multiple times, right? Ether above the 3D21, right? However, it is likely to dump low, okay? Right here, actually, okay? Right there, right? We said it is going to dump possibly to a 28, probably to a 2850, 3150 for support, and secondary support 26, you know, to a 25, right? And tertiary support all the way down to the weekly 100 EMA, and we hit the weekly 100 EMA beautifully. And the reason why I was very confident Ether will make this move was nothing but the Ethereum dominance. I was watching the Ethereum dominance on the background, okay? I was saying like there is no way, okay, the Ethereum dominance dumping and the Ethereum price pumping. There is no way. Okay, for BTC, you know, you could say, hey, the BTC dominance could be pumping and BTC dumping, right? Or you could say like the BTC price action pumping and the BTC dominance pumping. But for Ethereum, it only moves like in one direction. If the Ether dominance goes up, Ether price goes up. If the Ether dominance goes down, Ether price goes down. Okay, I'm just going to repeat it. For Ethereum, if the Ether dominance goes up, Ethereum goes up. If the Ethereum dominance goes down, Ethereum USD goes down. Okay, hopefully you can rewind it, right, and basically listen to it and basically write it down on your wall and basically pay attention to it. There is no secret, guys. There is no secret. You cannot be bearish on the Ethereum dominance and be bullish on the Ethereum price action. It's impossible. But for BTC, you got to be the maestro, okay, to basically say, hey, I'm gonna be bearish on BTC even if the BTC dominance going up, or you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be bullish on BTC, right, even if the BTC dominance goes down. So for the BTC dominance, not many people can basically be so flexible with it. But for Ether, it is very easy to monitor, master, and know the trend for the Ether dominance and Ethereum price action. Hopefully it makes sense. Let me know what you think down below the comment section. If you think like you know the Ethereum dominance will cool off, or if you think like the Ethereum dominance will basically pump it upside. But as of now, right, if we take a look at our indicators, remember your indicators never lie to you. Okay, it all depends like how you want to read these indicators, right? But they don't lie. Okay, most of the time they tell you the truth. Okay, we got a bearish divergence right here, right? Price action making what? High highs. Indicators lower highs right there. Low. Okay, so it is not what good. So, and we were anticipating 43. We didn't get it, but did I say we have to wait to get 40? I mean, not 43, 23 or 25. Nope. If the indicators is saying, if our indicator or indicators are saying it is time to suck it up, it's time to suck it up. Okay, it's time to suck it up. Remember, it is not a short-term trade. It is a directional move. A directional move is more important than a price target. Hopefully it makes sense. A directional move is more important than price target. What is a price target? A price target, it is nothing but you take a look at Ether and you be like, okay, we're going to dump down to like 2650, something like that. That's a price target. But the direction of the entire trend might not be just down. You see what I'm saying? The direction might be that. You see what I'm saying? So you could get the short-term trade, but you're still going to be looking for another trade because you're basically just looking for a 2650. You're not looking for the direction. Depending on the time frame too. If your time frame is 1 hour, 2 hours, yeah, you got the direction. Okay, but the higher time frame direction, like what we had right here, right? A 50% dump. That's the deal. Okay, that's the real deal. Or like if you take a look at BTC, right? From like right here 51.7 all the way down to 33, that's a real deal. That's what you call direction, not like 51.7 all the way down to 40k. Okay, I mean that's still pretty good, but you get the concept. Okay, not a 1 week candle. You got like 1 month of a downtrend, and we called it right here all the way down to the weekly 100 EMA. Okay, so now we got our answer for the Ether dominance, right? First support for the Ether dominance still going to be 16.5. Okay, 16.5, and we could be looking for like 15, 14 and a half, all that good stuff depending on volatility. But as of now, the direction, it is still down on the weekly, so we will need to wait till we get at least a 3D bullish reversal, right? And then we could be following the weekly time frame. And if we take a look at our MACD right here, even though it is pointing up, remember what I said regarding these MACDs, right? If they point up and you basically suck it up, right, and say, okay, we're going up, if they do this, it means it is going to be a big move, like what happened right here. Okay, it is going to be a big move. So, and since like we're expecting the BTC dominance to go higher, it makes pretty much, you know, a perfect pattern to rely on, unless it fails. Okay, if it pushes to the upside, basically we know, okay, it could pump a little bit. But as of now, weekly direction is down. We below the 21 EMA, retested the 21 EMA. It refuses to go above the 21 EMA. Most likely going to retest the 100 EMA at 16%, which is going to be our target we're looking for. Okay, 16.5, 16%, give or take, right? 16%. It is actually the weekly 100 EMA, and after that we could be looking for 14.5 and all that good stuff, right? So just to summarize, the BTC dominance, it is still bullish. The Ether dominance, it is bearish. So it makes ETHUSD what? Bearish. Okay, so you know, in the short to medium term time, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at what the BTC price action. We will review our BTC monthly cycle, right? Yeah, the BTC chart looks pretty good, guys. It looks very, very bullish. So that's Binance monthly. Excuse me, guys. Now let's take a look at it on Bybit. Why Bybit? Okay, why not Binance? Why not Coinbase? They're all the same, but in terms of how the volume structure, in terms of like a volume structure, it is easier to basically talk about the volume, looking at Bybit instead of Binance or Coinbase or Kraken. Okay, because most of you guys can visually, okay, see it. Okay, it is what down. I don't have to basically try to explain everything. Like when you take a look at it on Binance, it is still down, right? But it looks really, really good when you take a look at it, because you're going to be very confident, right? I mean, you should be confident like your volume will never go to zero. That's like done deal, you know. Okay, so the lower the volume gets, right? The lower the volume gets, the more confident you're going to be, right, that we're going to get a big move. Okay, I talked about it yesterday in my premium, not premium, but in our public live stream, right? We talked about it yesterday, right? So the lower it gets, the more confident, right, traders going to be in terms of like high volatility and a breakout. Remember, a breakout could be to the upside, right? A breakout could be to the upside, or a breakout could be to the downside. The only thing we need to get is like a big volume. We don't know what the volume going to be just by looking at the volume. You don't know. I can't just take a look at the chart, right, in this way and say, okay, we're going to pump or we're going to dump, right? Yes, you could be like, okay, we got our weekly 21 and all that good stuff, but you got to pay attention to your, I mean, not weekly 21, but monthly at 21. But it doesn't guarantee, right, we will basically pump straight up. The only thing we can say is like we got to be ready, right, for both directions. We got to be ready for both directions. If you're bullish, right, you got to what? Have a stop loss. If you're bearish, right, you got to have a stop loss. Okay, and be ready to be reactive. The most important is like not to be wrong, right, but it's like to go with the trend. Okay, you know we're gonna get a big move. We know it's no way, okay, the volume going to be zero. I can bet everything like we're not going to get the volume, it means like BTC goes to zero. So it means like something going to break the trend. Okay, we got a parabolic move and we got a parabolic move to the downside. We got to get another parabolic move. Okay, but it is not going to be straight. Remember the volume going to be probably really big. I'm not sure if it is going to be this high, right? But I'm just speculating. But after that, we're going to get a series, right? Some series of low volume and high volume, like that. Okay, a range of buying pressure, you know, another range of selling pressure, right? And another range of buying pressure, something like that, right? Once again, I'm just drawing, okay? So we're going to get something like that later on, and down the road another big volume, okay, will be bigger than this one, okay, depending on which one. If this one is green, most likely the next one right here going to be what? Going to be red, okay? But if this one is red, the next one to the top going to be what? Green. Remember, this one right here was what? Green. So most likely the one at the bottom right here could be red, or even if it is going to be green, it means like we could get a hammer reversal candle, something like that, with a big wick to the downside, right? Something like that, right? And if it is green, remember, you don't know, okay? If you take a look at the candle and you got a reversal candle like that, you know price action got bought up, right? But you just don't basically look at the candle and say we bearish, or we just look at the candle and say we bearish. You got to take a look at everything else, okay? But it is a bullish reversal because everything got bought up. Even if it is red, it is really bullish because the volume has to be a lot for you to get like a big dump and a big pump, unless it is a wick. Okay? Because a wick can also give you what? A reversal pattern. If BTC wicks to the downside with no volume, you don't want to go by it because you're going to get a similar pattern. It could be red or it could be green. It doesn't matter, right? So that's why sometimes, but just a side note, when people say like market cap is very tricky. For instance, some people are saying like XRP cannot go to 589, right? A different topic. But just because XRP market cap going to be like over 30 trillion doesn't mean XRP cannot go to 589, because 589 just represent the most recent price, not like because you can't sell all the coins at one price. That's why market cap is very tricky, right now BTC is at 42.4, but are you going to be able to sell all your BTC around the world at 42.4? No, you can't. So the real market cap of BTC is not really like whatever it is right now, like 500 billion, I don't even know, okay? 500 billion, 700 billion, whatever. You see what I'm saying? We can just go ahead. It is just a side note because the 10k bears is killing me with XRP will never hit 589 and all that good stuff. A big boy volume says ZX. We got CZ and now we got ZX. 800 billion, right? Yeah, 800 billion. This guy is pretty big though. I was thinking like yeah, 800 billion, right? Yeah. So if you go back to what we were saying, is like just because XRP price going to be so high, you can't just say like all the coins around the world will be sold at 589. You see what I'm saying? So if XRP wick, let's say we get XRP 589 in one day, the market cap of XRP will be 32 trillion, right? But does it mean like everyone sold the XRP at 589? No, okay? The market cap of BTC right now is 800 billion. Are you going to be able to sell all the BTC in circulating right now, 18.9 million at this price? No, you're not. So the market cap right here, it is just a number to say, oh, that's the best we can do. Okay, that's the best we can do. Okay, so something to basically it is just a reference point, but not something you should rely on and say, oh, this thing can go this high, or this thing can go that high. Okay, but it is a good indicator. You can use it as an indicator and all that good stuff, right? So we're done with BTC monthly volume. So now let's take a look at BTC on the 3D. So if we take a look at BTC on the 3D, everything we've been expecting over the last few weeks regarding the 3D time frame, right? It played out beautifully, guys, beautifully. Okay, right there we expected a dump. Remember, the 3D, I don't use the 3D time frame, right, to look for targets. I use the 3D time frame most of the time to look for direction. Remember, the direction based on the 3D was down. Okay, but remember, the target was not based on 3D. The target was based on the weekly what? Weekly 100 EMA and monthly 21 EMA. Okay, so it is very important. Just because you're looking at one time frame doesn't mean you're going to use that time frame to determine your price target. Your price target is different from your direction. You find the direction, and after that you find the targets. You find your targets using your, let's say, your EMAs, or for instance your Fibonacci. But like, I can't use like the 3D time frame to say, okay, we're going to dump, and then the 3D is going to say, okay, we're going to dump down to 35. No, it doesn't work that way for me. I don't know about you, right? So let me know how you look at it in the comment section. Okay, so basically we use the 3D time frame for direction, not for price. Okay, so that's why if you are waiting for BTC to break out above the 21 EMA to start being bullish, right, you might be saying, okay, you might be like, oh man, we're not going up because, you know, I'm gonna get wrecked, so this guy is dumping now. No, we did have our target right here initially, especially, you know, when we were down. We did have our target at 35 to 37, monthly 21, weekly 100 EMA, and it played out what? Beautifully. So now if you take a look at the 3D, the direction, okay, it is still up based on our MACD, but we still got to get we still got to get control of the 21 EMA. So we got to get a candle opening and closing above the 21 to be very confident. We got a candle open above it, but we couldn't close it. That's why on our way up, right, even though MACD was positive, what I was saying in our premium, I said take profits right there, 43 and you know, 45.8, and we hit 45.8 exactly. I wasn't saying like 46 because I knew exactly what was going on. If you've been following our channel long enough, right, you knew exactly what was going on right here at 46k. We talked about it multiple times after we said, you know, right here, got to get out, either sell short or get out like 51.7. Okay, 45, we said it is going to be a temporary support. We didn't say it is going to be a reversal, but a temporary support. Okay, so that's why this range is going to give us a tough time. Will we break it above it? We will just have to wait and see over the next like a few days to see if bulls will basically be able to regain control of the 21 EMA. All right, it is not guaranteed bears will take over based on the 3D first rejection. So it means that we will basically rely on other time frames, right, to basically get a more conclusive you know, analysis and saying, okay, we will basically get the job done on the downside, right? But based on the 3D, we got the rejection. Okay, but the MACD, it is still positive. Okay, so it means like the, you know, the direction can still be up. You just don't know at some point if you're going to get a flat right here. That's possible, right? We can still retest. That's what I'm saying. Got to take profits right there because we can still get the flat correction right there. Okay, so in spite all these moves, this range right here, if you're a bear, it is going to be a take profits range, 33 to 35. Regardless of what's going to happen after that, right? If it dumps, you don't care. You just have to take care of business because that's what the chart is saying. Take some profit, maybe put a stop loss and wait for a few weeks to get another direction. Okay, that's how I like to play it. Not play it like every 500 points because it is very, very stressful. And ever since we started, you know, playing it like directionally, right, to the upside, to the downside, 10,000 points and all that good stuff, we've been pretty successful. Right here, that's exactly what we did. 30,000, 40,000, 30,000, 40,000. That's it. Nothing hard. Even right here, that's the same thing we did on the low degree. Okay, when it was down, like when BTC was dumping. Okay, beautiful correction right there. But you can only see it on the 6 hour. Right here. If you are in our premium, if you are in my premium, you know exactly what I'm talking about regarding the flat correction right here, right there. Okay, pump, dump, and pump, 3 moves. Okay, you got 6% up, 6% down, 6% up, 18% trade, guys. Okay, in this flat correction. I love flat corrections, right? So now we're done with the 3D. The most important time frame after that going to be the 6-hour time frame. Okay, so the 6-hour time frame likes to give us the give us like the early warning, okay, even before the 3D. Remember what we said regarding the 6 hours. Okay, when you get these crossovers, it means like we got a trend. Okay, right here we got a crossover and we got a trend. But remember, because everything started at 51, 55 and all that good stuff, because we were already down here, so we were already buying the dip right there. So we were staying with, even though the trend was down on the macro view, it was telling us like we're going to get what, a check box right here. Okay, checkpoint right here. So it means like bulls needed to buy the dip right here and wait. So the new bulls going to be buying after we get the crossover. That's why I didn't want to get in get involved in the bullishness after we got the crossover, because I was anticipating like some potential rejection at the 3D21 or even like up to 46, and that's exactly what's happening right now. It doesn't mean I'm going to be totally right, I mean like we're going to be reversing right now, but as of now, right, since we bought the dip at 35.37, if you've been watching the channel, even though it is not financial advice, right, you should have basically just take profits at 43 up to 46. That's exactly what I said in my premium, right? No need to be basically chasing the market. If you bought the dip at the monthly, weekly, 21, I was screaming buy the dip at the monthly, buy the dip at the weekly, because we will get another uptrend. Okay, we will get another uptrend. Most doom boys will be calling for 14k, 10k every day. Okay, every day over the last 2 years, they've been calling for 14k, 10k. Even after BTC broke out above 13k back in October 2020, they could not even basically pay attention to the macro view. They were saying like, oh, we will retest 14k and all that good stuff. Did we ever call a retest of 14k? No, we never. Okay, after we broke out above 10.5 based on the 50-day cycle, we said, guys, put a pressure on the market. Okay, we're going up, suck it up, right? Suck it up. Okay, so let me take a look at the chat room. You be calling me Uncle Hank in my brain. You're talking to talking to Hank, right? Hey, what's up, Nate? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Jude Moonboy, XRP 589 in the house. Mr. XRP 589. Oh, okay. Jude, Mr. XRP 589 is saying Crown Crypto is talking about like the 3D and the 3D21 EMA being a good indication. Man, I've been talking about that stuff like forever. That's how we get our directions. Okay, you've been following some crypto, okay, you're going to get the direction. Yes, if you're short-term trading like 500 points and all that good stuff, you might get wrecked, right? Because the direction might be very choppy before it really takes off. But if you just follow the direction like we've been saying, right, for like a month or like a weeks, right, after we hit, I've seen like many YouTubers, right, when BTC was at 51.7, they were saying like, oh, we're going to 60k and all that good stuff. I'm like, are these guys smoking Marlboro or what? Okay, so sucker dump. And after we dump, they be like, oh, okay, we're going to dump lower. And I was like, I'm bullish and these guys are bearish now, because I was looking for 35, 37. And they started to say, oh, we're going to dump to 28. Did we ever basically confirm a continuation? No, we say, yes, it can continue to the downside, but we most likely going to get a bounce based on our monthly and weekly. Okay, I haven't seen anyone talking about the monthly 21 EMA. Okay, I haven't seen anyone. Okay, the monthly 211 EMA shouldn't be a secret. Okay, if you look at the macro view, you should see it. Okay, it's not like the 3D the 3 weeks 21 EMA. Okay, it's not like that. Okay, some people pay attention to the 2 weeks, right? But I think the 3 weeks is more is more feasible to pay attention to, because it is very close to the monthly time frame, and it gives you like a it allows you to front run the price. Basically, that's the best way I can say it, right? But going back to our best time frame, okay, on the low degree, not 4 hour, not 1 hour, not 1 second chart like T-Dog likes to watch. So the 6 hour time frame, okay, at first, right, I just needed to basically acknowledge, right, bulls were in control right here before the sell-off right here. I saw the sell-off after I woke up, right? I was like, what the heck, somebody got wrecked. Okay, so right here, after we were you remember we talked about, like, if you watch my 6 hour update, 6 hour time frame update, remember what I was saying? We will retest what? The 21 EMA. Remember I said we will retest the 21 EMA. Okay, when BTC was right here. Okay, we did retest what? The 21 EMA. We retested the 21 EMA and bounced back up. Right? So what happened was that, okay, we got a double top, double bottom. Remember what I keep saying most of the time, a double top, double bottom is what? A continuation pattern. I would say like 8 out of 10, it is a continuation pattern. That's what we got right here. It continued to the upside. However, sometime, right, sucker can dump. Right, sucker can dump, but you got to be ready for all of that. It doesn't mean like you got a double top, double bottom, and a very high probability of a trend continuation, but you got to think about the overall picture. The BTC dominance is going up, right? We got a double top, double bottom, right? Price action is below the 21 EMA on our 6 hour. MACD is negative. Why would the BTC dominance keep on pumping, right, after we broke out right below our 6 hour 21 EMA? Does it make sense? The only way the BTC dominance is going to be pumping, keep on pumping, right, and BTC staying below the 6 hour 21 EMA is what? BTC has to basically keep on dumping. Okay, keep on dumping. Yes, it can still pump. Remember, the BTC dominance could still pump with BTC pumping. However, since like we got a bearish setup, we didn't get a bullish setup, because the bullish setup was right here. We needed to stay with the bullish setup for the BTC price action to pump and the BTC dominance to pump. Do you see what I'm saying? Right, so right now, since like we below our 6 hour 21, so the highest probability right now is like to stay with the bears. Okay, it doesn't mean bears won't lose control over the next like a few weeks and all that good stuff, but as of now, right, as of today, February 11th 2022, 11:55 p.m., bears are in control based on the 6 hour. Okay, our MACD is what? Negative. Remember our MACD, guys. Your MACD will never lie to you. Make it your best friend. You just have to learn how to read it and be comfortable with it. That's it. Okay, it is going to betray you sometime, right, with those, hourly time frame, bearishness, bullishness, but over time, right, the more you basically play it, the more you're comfortable with it. You know how to deal with it. Okay, and be patient with it. Okay, so now MACD is negative, so we don't know how deep the MACD going to travel. Okay, if like the MACD going to travel all the way down here and and basically get another bullish crossover right there, it means like BTC will have to stay with the downtrend. Okay, it will have to stay with the MACD. Okay, however, okay, on the other hand, right, if MACD flips bullish, oh guys, okay, we could see some big moves. Okay, we could see some big move. The reason for that is like MACD is already above the histogram. That's a plus. Okay, a second bullish crossover, a clean one, could basically trigger a big breakout up to 51. Okay, if MACD flips bullish, okay, price action breaks out with a good volume, it means like sucker going to basically retest the 51.7 resistance. Something to keep in mind. Okay, something to keep in mind. All right, so if you want to know how I'm going to be trading it, make sure to join our premium group, right, and all that good stuff. I'm going to keep you updated regarding the short-term volatility, higher time frame update, and all that good stuff. Okay, We've been playing it safely and accurately, okay? Safe and accurate. We haven't basically missed a Bitcoin directional target forever, guys. I don't even know last time we missed a Bitcoin directional target. And all our targets, guys, directionally, right? They above like 7,000, 10,000 points. Okay, 7,000, 10,000 points. Okay, remember right here we were bullish on BTC, 40k, 39.5, 40975, right? Was actually looking for all the way down to 38.2, but remember we said what, 409 down to 38.2, mean like 40,900 down to like a 38,200 range, and it dumped in the mid range right there, 39.5, beautifully on average, and pump all the way up to 69. Okay, from that point right here, 51.7, actually right here, after we dumped down to a 52.7, right, we said 40,000, it dumped all the way down to 40,000. After we retested our 6 hour 21 EMA double top right here, we said what, 40975, where we got the 40975 right here. And after that, right, we will be looking for the weekly 100 EMA and all that good stuff. Beautiful, guys, beautiful setups, right? Beautiful directional moves, none of that headaches and all that good stuff. Okay, so Jude says us, smoking cracks. Make friends in the comments. When Moon Sands says it's Reza in the house. Yo, Mr. Shoe, thanks a lot for tuning in. Hank on fire, thanks a lot, man. I'm on fire today, guys. I'm trying to give you guys one of the best analysis, right? So most of the time I try to give you guys multiple analysis, right? But this time I just wanted to focus on BTC and Ether because it is very, very important to catch these trends, right? Remember, I'm not saying like BTC will dump straight down to 33. It could be very tricky because you got like 50% to a 0.618 you're going to rely on, right? 50% going to be 39.60, right? 39.561 to be exact, and 0.618 going to be like 38. So we're going to get, if it's, let's say if it dump like down to this area, you could get another flat right here, or even a push back up to 40. So it could be very choppy, but the most important is like the direction. We will basically update it after we hit like a 50%, 0.618 and all that good stuff. If and only if BTC doesn't basically get back above the 21 EMA. Okay, the short-term direction right now, it is being controlled by the bears, and the 3-day 21 EMA right now, it is giving us a tough time. Okay, to get above it, right? So pay attention to your 3D. The market is very, very volatile. So if you want to pay attention to the hourly all the time, you got to be super precise, right? I'm comfortable with the hourly, but I can't just basically be given like updates every day based on the hourly time frame. It's time consuming. Okay, it's very time. It is time consuming basically. Okay, if you in our premium, yes, you're going to get like all type of updates, right? So now let's go ahead and let's go back to BTC. This correction right here, guys, hopefully you guys recognize this correction, right? This correction right here, okay, at the top, right around like 69. Remember this correction right here. I broke it down for you guys like beautifully, right? Beautifully right there. And I told you cleanly, it is a flat correction. However, it could be an isolated wave, meaning like the wave right here, the C wave we were anticipating, could be a single wave itself, meaning like it is going to be very impulsive, and that's exactly what's going on. So sometimes you got to get a plan B. If not, all the plan C's will wreck you. Okay, and we were correct right here because the flat correction we were anticipating right there, double top double bottom, I was very excited. However, after we dump, I was like, man, look, let's just suck it up because we below our 3-day 21 and all that good stuff, right? Hopefully you guys remember, right? So if we go back to the 6 hour basis, or even like the hourly, right, or even 2 hour, depending on what type of moon boy you are, right? You can see like the flat correction right here. Okay, even got the same internal flat correction. You see the internal flat correction we got right here. If we go back and take a look at it on BTC on the daily, let's take a look at it on the 12-hour. Take a look at the flat correction right here. Remember something I said also back then, right? Because most of you guys will remember, because you've been following Zen Crypto long enough. Remember this flat correction, right? Right, flat correction right here. If you go back to BTC, flat correction right here, and it pushed to the upside. Hopefully you guys caught it, right? Got that flat correction right there, right? So remember what I was saying also back then, back right here, when BTC was giving us an inverse head and shoulder. What I told you guys, okay? What I told you, it is very important, okay? Make sure to watch, okay? What I told you right here, okay? They were looking for an inverse head and shoulder. I told you I don't like these inverse head and shoulders, because when you're making a flat correction, you're going to get multiple, you probably, okay, sometimes get like multiple inverse head and shoulders, or like regular head and shoulders, okay? Or let's just say you're going to get head and shoulders, whether it is going to be inverse or not. For instance, if you get a pump like that and you get a three-way move, and you're going to get another three-way move up, right? And another three-way move down, right? How many head and shoulders you got in this range? How many? Okay, if I take my color drawing right here, you got one right there, right? And you got another one right there, right? You can see like you got this wave right here is what? A head and shoulder, right? And this one right here, right? It is also what? An inverse head and shoulder. Let's take let's make it blue. Okay, so you got two inverse, I mean not inverse, but let's say you got two head and shoulder. If you want to inverse them, or you want to cut the head, or whatever you want to do with it, okay, or the right shoulder, whatever, let's just say head and shoulders. That's why I don't like to play them, and I recognize this pattern like since like 2019. Okay, 2019, and in 2019 we played it beautifully right there. I showed you guys. I'm telling you guys, this is live, guys. I'm telling you, man, you got to know your chart. Let's just do this, okay? Okay, right here. You go back and watch like most YouTubers, right, back then, what they were calling for. And I told you the same thing, like at the top. I told you like, okay, yes, it is bullish, but don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Be patient, guys, be patient. You're going to know exactly what I'm about to show you. And I showed you already, but most of you guys probably don't remember, right? Like Jude only remember XRP 589. Right here, okay? Back then, what I was saying, like, okay, don't fall for this move. In our premium back then, we showed at the top right here, you know, right there, okay? That time it wasn't even a premium group. That time we were just a public group. What I was saying, like, you know, BTC will get rejected at 13. Don't long it right here. Don't long it right here. Okay. So same exact move. You know, we tapped out basically. Good stuff. Thanks a lot, Hank. Hey master, can we check CNS? Let's just go ahead and finish off with BTC first before we take a look at any moon alt or doom alt. Okay, let me just do this. Okay, this guy is giving me a tough time now. All right. So yeah, basically, you know, the top formation right here, you know, we got back in December, I think like November, whatever. You know, it could be the same top formation we're making right here as of now. Okay, but if we get a you know, if we get any confirmation of bulls showing up over the next like a few days, we will basically I will update basically. Okay, so the 12-hour MACD just crossed negative. That's not good at all. During the downtrend, I noticed like our 12-hour MACD crossing down is giving us confirmation of our 6-hour being very strong right here. Back in late December, remember late December right here, we were actually bearish, right? So the 6-hour, the 12-hour time frame crossing negative also was confirming the directional trend right here. 43, we were, you know, bearish actually. Okay, that's when most of you guys were looking at the daily MACD and were bullish on it. I was like, don't be bullish on the daily MACD, sucker gonna dump. Okay, so now we're getting another crossover right here, so that's not good. It could be good, you know, if we basically do something like that, but if we're going to dump all the way down to the negative momentum, it means like it has to at least retest the bottom right here, probably. Okay, so negative crossover right here, you know, 60 back in October, right? 65, whatever, 69, negative crossover right here, November, negative crossover right there, 57k, right? Actually 58k, negative crossover right there back in late December, early January, and we're getting another negative crossover. Okay, if bulls want to keep up the momentum, they have to basically get another positive crossover on the 12-hour basis. Okay, but by then we will basically monitor the 6-hour. The 6-hour will basically give us confirmation of of an early reversal even before the 12-hour. The 12-hour crossing negative right now is just in favor of the bears right now. Okay, they should not let that happen. Bulls actually. Okay. And another indication also, a very negative indication, is like these two moving averages. It doesn't matter what time frame you're looking at, you just don't want them to repel each other. Okay, it is not a good sign sometimes. Okay, so bears are making strong cases, right, of a potential takeover. So bulls will need to show up over the next like few days. So let's see what the weekend will bring. So stay tuned. Make sure to hit the likes, sub, join my public Telegram group or my Discord public group, or if you want to upgrade to our, you know, VIP premium group for daily update, weekly update, and all that good stuff, live update, you can basically shoot me a you know, a message, and I'm gonna basically give you all the information you need and all that good stuff, guys. Let's take a look at it right here. Excuse me, guys. So, you know, that's the type of updates you get with Sun Crypto, right? With, you know, when BTC when BTC hits the weekly weekly 100 EMA right here, we said, guys, let's just suck it up right here, you know, call for the weekly 100 EMA. We called for the 40 40k, 37k long time ago. Okay, right here. Okay, right there. Let's take a look at it right here. That was like back in like December 6th. Okay, December 6th, we, I talk about like taking profits at the monthly 21 EMA. BTC was like, way above, like nearly first week of December, roughly around like 50k. Okay, we talk about like BTC retesting like 35 to 37. That's the type of move you get, guys, with Sun Crypto, man. You get like you get the real directional move. If we take a look at Ethereum, guys, been pretty spot on Ether. Take a look at it, guys. Right here. That was like December 6th, the same exact what date. Okay, we said, hey, Ether right now it is at 4,000 to 4,100. It could pump to the upside and all that good stuff. So we're most likely going to be dumping down to 2650, and at 2650 we said we're going to dump down to 2550 to a 2200 and all that good stuff. And the Ether dominance, not the Ether dominance, but the the Ether dominance, we called for the breakout to the upside right there. Okay, called it like December 1st, right? We said we're going to be pushing to the upside and all that good stuff. Okay, right here. Okay, so that's the type of moves you get with Ether and BTC. Okay, right there. Okay, Ether BTC before the breakout to the upside, right there. We called for the double top, double bottom. Remember, a double top, double bottom, right? Sometime it failed, but remember this one. Okay, we called for the move all the way up to 0.1. We didn't get to 0.1, but that was a directional move. After the rejection, we said, okay, let's just suck it up. Ether right now will dump. Okay, and guess what we said right here? Ether BTC has finally printed a recognizable pattern. We have a double top and double bottom with a hidden bullish divergence, guys. Beautiful, right? So sucker basically pumped all the way up. Okay, and that was like October 24th. Remember, the Ether dominance started pumping like October 6th. October 24th, we got a strong bull trend on Ether BTC. All right, hopefully it makes sense. Okay, hopefully it makes sense, and many other alt, guys. So not just Ether and BTC, but just to show you guys how we basically play the market. But you just got to be patient. Just got to be very, very patient. You don't need to be in a hurry with the market, right? All right, let's see. Let me take a look at the chat room. It's already nearly 1 hour. All right. Do you think we will drop more, Mr. Yas? I mean, as of now, that's what the 6 hour is saying. So we'll see what the weekend will bring, right? So make sure to subscribe and join the public Telegram group for some more updates. Oh no, Super Bowl dump. Be careful, because I think we're gonna get no, I'm not saying we will dump, so let me take that back. But be careful with the Super Bowl. I think we will get some Coinbase commercial, whatever, right? So be cautious with that, okay? Be cautious. I don't even know who's playing for the Super Bowl. I need to check it, man. Haven't been watching football forever. I mean, if Tom Brady is not playing, I really don't care. So I'm just joking though, but so guys, don't forget to let me know what you think down in the comment section, just to help out with the algos and all that good stuff, right? Even if you say, hey Sam, thanks, doom, dump, whatever you want to say, Moonboy, good stuff, it just take like a couple of seconds because I'll give you guys 1 hour of valuable information, taking my time, not rushing at all, giving you like information you can watch like over the next like a few months or even years, because what we're talking about right now, it is not just like it is not just for like today analysis. Like you can go back and watch it and apply it like to your future analysis. Okay, that's the difference with short-term trading for like a 2%, 1%, and trading with a directional move with like high with the higher time frame, and basically higher directional targets, right? You can go back and look at these double top, double bottoms, these 6 hour moving averages, 12-hour moving averages, 3D time frame, monthly 21, weekly 100 EMA, and all that good stuff. The BTC dominance, the Ether dominance, all this valuable information, you can use it like for the next like 5-10 years. Okay, any of my live stream, I try to give you one of the best analysis that you can always, even like 5 years from now, go back and watch it and make it, make it feel like I just made that live stream, like, the same day you're watching it, right? Hopefully you get what I'm saying, right? Moonboy likes, yeah, just say something like exit liquidity. 19 watching, 22 likes. Let's go. Thanks a lot, Mr. Shu. Monero. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at some of your requests. I think somebody Jude Moonboy, I don't know about like smoking crack coin. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, smoking cracks. Monero BTC, XMR. So Monero BTC, let's take a look, because Monero did it has a it has a bullish pattern, right? But not sure if bull's going to be able to pull it off, right? So the bullish pattern, it is this move right here. Okay, that's a bullish pattern. Not sure if bull's gonna be able to pull it off, but we will see. Okay, but short term, if we break out below the support area right here, it could dump like 50% below it. Okay, it could dump like 50%. If 50% is too big for you, right, you could look for like 1.27 to 1.41. 1.27 going to be like just about like 18,000. Not 18, it can be 18,000, 180,000. Okay, 190,000 sats, which is basically what I just drew right there. Okay, and look at the bottom right here, how it looks like the crane structure we're making with alt. This parabolic move to the upside, right, and parabolic move to the downside, and another parabolic move. Okay, so Monero already printed the same pattern. We're looking at right now regarding alt. So Monero very tricky, but it's it could potentially go all the way up to like 900,000 sats, all right, like that. All right, 900,000 sats, but it has to hold near 40,000 sats right there. Okay, if we break out above 50,000, actually 550,000, not 50,000. Okay, that's 400,000. Right now we have 400,000. I know it sounds very confusing because it is not giving you all the numbers, so you got to add 2 zeros after these numbers, because those zeros are pretty significant depending on how you want to read it. If you want to read it like 0.0034, that's good, but if you just say like 4,000, it's very it's misleading. So those zeros after the 5s, they're significant. Okay, you have to add those zeros, otherwise if you say Monero 3,900, I'm gonna be like, that's cheaper than Tezos. You see what I'm saying? Tezos is at 10,000. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense, right? So oh, Jude signed big dump. Oh man, Jude, you don't want a big dump because you're waiting for XRP 589. So I think somebody asked about CNS. CNS, I think we got to take a look at it right here. Centric, I think Centric has a nice chart, but I think the volume is very low. So let's do this. So one thing you can do when you take a look at these charts, right, to get a clear view, you can just multiply the charts by whatever you want. Okay, you can multiply by 10,000, 1 million, whatever, if you cannot see the numbers, right? That way you can see the pattern. So Centric, it did have a nice parabolic move upside and downside. Now it is coming back down, so just have to look for the support if we do not break out. But the volume is low, so it looks like, you know, it is just bull flagging right here. So if it breaks out, you got your retest of the top at, you know, whatever number it is based on your chart on TradingView, and or the bottom right here, because I'm multiplying it by 10,000 to get a clean chart. Otherwise I'm just gonna have to be doing this and do whatever, right? Have to zoom it and all that good stuff. So make sure also to use the cointrader.pro. If you use the link right there, right, I'm gonna put that link in the comment section, right? You can use it. You know, to chart any coins available on CoinMarketCap. Basically, you know, if you just go there and type in XRP, let me just do this, XRP, you got to make sure to click on CoinMarket, because you got all charts right here. You got CoinMarketCap, you got Coin Paprika, whatever, BitMEX, blah blah. You got to make sure to select the CoinMarketCap. That way you got all the, you know, all the information of XRP based on CoinMarketCap. If you want to take a look at XRP BTC, bang, you got it. You got the entire history. You don't have to basically rely on any exchange to get the entire history of anything. Okay, so look at XRP, beautiful right there, parabolic, parabolic, parabolic. So we're waiting for the next parabolic move. Hey, what's up, Quiet Cook, man? Thanks a lot, man. You're late today. You must have been cooking in the kitchen. All right, guys, I think I talked about everything right now, so I'm just gonna call it a day since you guys don't have any question. Thanks a lot for watching, right? Be safe out there. Market going to be pretty volatile. Hopefully all of you guys will make money. Doesn't matter which way it goes, unless you are Jude Moon Boy waiting for 589. So thanks a lot for watching.